Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Alexandra Carter on this Tuesday, June 4th. Checking in first thing with News 8 meteorologist Bill Grahl. He has a look at our early morning forecast. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Alexandra. Like yesterday, you'll probably want to have that rain gear handy, especially for later this afternoon and into this evening. More showers and thunderstorms in the forecast. Speaking of, we had those scattered about at times yesterday. Temperatures, though, pretty seasonable, upper 70s to lower 80s for highs. All is quiet this morning, except we've got some low clouds and patchy fog in spots. The almanac showing the numbers from yesterday, 81 the high, 65 the low. Averages are 79 and 57, just under 4/10 of an inch of rainfall out at the La Crosse airport. But boy, there were some localized higher totals, 1 to 2 inches plus in a few spots. And look at that record high, 96 degrees. Remember that? That was just 3 years ago. All right, we've got some fog, fairly thick up towards Black River Falls, over towards Sparta, Fort McCoy, and down in the Boscobel area. So some of the river valleys and coulees seeing some of that fog this morning. Otherwise, unlike yesterday morning, the radar is quiet locally this morning, but already some showers and thunderstorms developing off to our west, heading our way for later today. Current temps in the 60s for most, mid to upper 50s in Sparta and Black River Falls. It's going to be a warm and humid day with those chance for some storms later this afternoon, and then showers and storms likely heading into this evening. Highs in La Crosse around 83. I'll discuss those rain chances in more details coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Bill, we'll see you then. Thank you. Opening statements are set to begin today in the federal firearms trial of Hunter Biden. President Biden's son is accused of lying on federal gun purchase forms when he said he wasn't a drug addict. Hunter has pleaded not guilty to 3 felony charges and says he's being unfairly targeted by the Justice Department. The case now going to trial after a plea deal fell apart last year. If convicted, he could face up to 25 years in prison. President Biden expected to issue an executive order today to curb illegal immigration. The president's new sweeping order would effectively shut down the U.S.-Mexico border to asylum seekers crossing illegally when a daily threshold of 2,500 crossings is exceeded. Unaccompanied children would be exempt from that number. The new executive action would also allow authorities to turn away migrants either to Mexico or their origin country. Now to the war in Ukraine. Ukraine is claiming its forces have hit a Russian missile system located inside of Russian territory using weapons supplied by Western nations. Although it's still unclear who provided the weapon system used to carry out the strike, the announcement comes just days after President Biden gave Ukraine permission to carry out limited strikes with U.S. weapons on Russian territory around the city of Kharkiv. Now to the Israel-Hamas war. The White House is planning to lobby world leaders to support the ceasefire proposal President Biden announced last week. The deal to stop fighting and return hostages comes as the Israeli military says 4 more were found dead Monday. CBS News' Jared Hill has the latest.
Outside the U.S. Embassy in Tel Aviv, Monday, frustrated Israelis called on President Biden to help push through a ceasefire and hostage deal he outlined last week.
If we're not going to negotiate and we'll make a hostage deal, there's no hope for this country, to Israel.
The outcry just hours after the Israeli military said 4 more hostages abducted by Hamas were found dead. Nadav Popwell, Chaim Perry, Amram Cooper, and Yoram Metzger. 3 of them seen alive in this Hamas propaganda video, which was released in December. A spokesperson for the Israeli army says they don't know the details, but they believe the men were killed together months ago in the southern Gaza city of Khan Yunis. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is insisting he has not been pressured to dismiss the ceasefire deal by members of his extreme right-wing coalition after 2 leaders threatened to quit over the plan. The White House says it's working to build international support for the deal, which could not only end the fighting, but also bring aid to the war-ravaged region.
The proposal on the table is nearly identical to what Hamas said it would accept just a few weeks ago, and it is now time for them to act.
But with Hamas refusing a truce without a permanent ceasefire, and Netanyahu insisting on eliminating Hamas, an agreement may not be achievable anytime soon.
Friday will mark 8 months since Israel launched the war within Gaza after Hamas killed some 1,200 people in southern Israel and abducted about 250 hostages. Israeli troops have killed more than 36,000 Palestinians in the ensuing war. A La Crosse woman is in custody after a warrant was issued for her arrest in February. 30-year-old Ashley Russell is charged with multiple criminal counts, including possession with the intent to deliver more than 50 grams of fentanyl and meth. These charges originate from a February drug bust at the home she lived in with Stefan Johnston, where police found over 3 pounds of meth, 136 grams of fentanyl, and $7 grand in cash. Russell is being held on a $5,000 cash bond. She's scheduled to appear in La Crosse County Court Friday. Johnston is facing the same charges and being held on a $50,000 cash bond. A woman is dead after her car left the road and became suspended from a tree. According to the Juneau County Sheriff's Office, crews responded to a crash around 5 p.m. Friday south of Mauston on County Highway G. The driver, 21-year-old Caitlin Kavanaugh of Adams, died from her injuries. The HSHS Prevea Recovery Task Force will pause its efforts. Since the closures of the hospitals in Chippewa Valley back in April, the task force helped residents and businesses transition into a new healthcare landscape. 14 new providers were also connected with business leaders and elected officials to help them establish roots in the Chippewa Valley. The Eau Claire Chamber of Commerce president says it's now time to give these new entities some space to grow in the community.
It's best for the next probably 3-4 months. We don't have an exact timeline, but to let them settle, let them identify exactly what can they do, then what is left for the task force to take on.
The Eau Claire Chamber of Commerce will host Healthcare Roundtable in the fall to address future needs. The La Crosse Board of Public Works voted not to ban camping near the city's marshlands. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall was at the meeting.
Dog bites, gunshots, illegal drug dealing. It is ridiculous what's being allowed to happen.
During Monday's Board of Public Works meeting, members voted down a proposed camping ban on city-owned land in the marsh. District 2 Council member Erin Goggin is one of the council members who requested the board to take up the measure. She says it's inhumane to the campers and dangerous to people living in those areas.
In La Crosse, we have a terrible mosquito problem, ticks, bloodborne illnesses, people just living unsheltered outside without, without access to clean water, and being able to clean themselves, and all the excrement and the waste that they're living among.
Board of Public Works member Tamara Dickinson voted against the ban.
We just don't have a solution or a surge place for them to stay or be when they're moved from one spot to another.
Caitlin Combs has friends experiencing homelessness. She says the city needs to do more to help the unsheltered population.
We need to stop telling them where they can't be and start telling them where they can be, because they're going to be here regardless. They can't just poof go away.
Even if the city did ban camping near the marsh, it would only apply to the portion of land owned by the city. There's still plenty of other marshland there owned by the state and the DNR. The time now is 6:07. Still ahead on your morning news, a new lawsuit claims TikTok Live is unsafe for children. Ticketmaster grapples with a massive data breach, and Spotify raises its prices for the second time in less than a year. And as inflation-weary consumers look for more ways to belt-tighten, more fast food chains are offering low-cost meal deals. We'll take a look at the dollar menu comeback. And for now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. Whether right off the block or in your favorite dish, it's time to celebrate cheese. Today is National Cheese Day. Die-hard cheese fans already had the chance back in March to celebrate the food. The 2024 World Championship Cheese Contest held in Wisconsin crowned its champion. A Hornbacher cheese from Switzerland took the title. But there are so many varieties of cheese that fans enjoy year-round, whether domestic or imported. Celebrate the day with the hashtag National Cheese Day. Don't go anywhere. Your consumer news is after the break.
Knutson Roofing, locally owned with 18 years of experience to get your project done right the first time. Whether it's roofing, window, or siding installation, we offer reliable, dependable, and quality work we stand behind. Knutson Roofing. Call or visit us online today.
Don't believe Tammy Baldwin's TV ads. Believe her record. Baldwin voted against $800 million for narcotic detection at our border. She voted against more Border Patrol agents, against tougher sentences for drug traffickers here illegally. No wonder overdose deaths have skyrocketed on Baldwin's watch, with cartel activity right here in Wisconsin. Two-faced Tammy, a hypocrite we can't trust. Fix Washington PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Gutters and gutter protection. New seamless steel fascia gutters. New K-style aluminum gutters. Available in 25 colors, and gutter protection to keep your gutter clean. Seamless steel siding, insulated vinyl siding, standard vinyl siding. Soffit, fascia, and window trim. The Board Store Home Improvements, making aging homes new again for over 30 years. Superior products installed correctly for less than most others. New windows, door, a deck, or sunroom. The Board Store Home Improvements, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse.
The feet have a really big impact on how the rest of the body moves. The knees, the hips, the lower back especially. If the foot isn't properly aligned, all of these joints are going to function incorrectly. That results in a lot of muscle tension and chronic pain. What I really like about the Good Feet system is that the right arch supports can put the foot in its proper alignment. So all the joints up the rest of the body will be aligned properly as well. And when the body's aligned, we can reduce the risk of injury and chronic pain.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if Arch Supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey
to oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes
today a little bit more special. That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
Hi, Blue Angels fans. I'm Lieutenant Connor O'Donnell, Blue Angel number 7. We are so excited to be headed your way this 2024 show season to bring to you the world-famous Blue Angels flight demonstration. It is our honor and privilege to represent the sailors and Marines of the fleet while we show you the raw power of naval aviation. We hope to see you at our upcoming show.
The Blue Angels return to La Crosse June 15th and 16th. Family fun awaits at the D. Slayton Airfest. Tickets online only.
Knutson Roofing, locally owned with 18 years of experience to get your project done right the first time. Whether it's roofing, window, or siding installation, we offer reliable, dependable, and quality work we stand behind. Knutson Roofing. Call or visit us online today.
Hey everyone, welcome back. A good Tuesday morning to it is 6:11. Check out that Schoolcast as the school year winds down across the region. Some patchy fog this morning. Temperatures though pretty mild, 69 at 7 a.m., 82 by lunchtime. Chance for some scattered showers and thunderstorms by mid to late afternoon. Highs around 83 degrees. So a good morning for outdoor plans, including walking the dog. That chance of showers and storms later this afternoon, and then they become likely late today and into part of tonight. Look at this. Very cute shot of Stevie. Love that dog. Very, very cute. Hoping to walk with Stacy and Les at some point. All right, just a few clouds scattered about over downtown La Crosse. Visibility fine here. It is reduced a little bit out at the airport up towards Winona. Black River Falls, Sparta, Volk Field all seeing some fog reducing visibility to 2 miles or less. So again, some of those river valleys and coulees this morning could see some areas of fog. Otherwise warm and humid today. That's going to help feed those storms later today and into tonight. And then tomorrow, dry in the morning, slight chance for showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, but they won't be as widespread as today. So unlike yesterday morning, the radar is currently quiet. We've got some showers and thunderstorms off to the west here, and then some more moisture will lift up from the south across northern Missouri and feed those thunderstorm chances later today. Other than Sparta and Black River Falls in the 50s, most of us in the mid to upper 60s this morning. And again, warm and humid today with those scattered showers and storms later this afternoon and into tonight. Highs in La Crosse around 83 degrees. I will have my full 8-day forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
In your consumer news this morning, a new Utah lawsuit claims a TikTok feature puts children at risk. TikTok Live allows users to post live videos where they can interact with viewers and respond to comments in real time. Only users over the age of 18 can host a live stream, and you must meet a certain follower count. But a lawsuit filed by Utah's Attorney General claims TikTok has insufficient age verification and enforcement measures to ensure the app is being used safely. The information of over 500 million Ticketmaster customers has been stolen in a massive data breach. The stolen data allegedly includes customer identifying information like credit card numbers, emails, addresses, phone numbers, and ticket purchases. Passwords do not appear to have been compromised, but cyber experts suggest changing them anyway. For the second time in a year, Spotify is raising its prices. The audio streaming service says starting in July, U.S. subscribers will pay $1 more per month for its ad-free premium plan. That comes to $11.99 a month and is a 20% price jump over the past 2 years. Some of Spotify's other service tiers are seeing increases too, including split plans and family plans. Spotify says the price hikes will help it invest in and innovate its features for a better user experience. If you're looking for a reason not to cook this evening, we've got one for you. Fast food restaurants are seeing a comeback of meal deals as a way to entice customers to drive through or dine in. Lee Waldman reports this is a necessary push by these chains with some calculated risk.
It's a battle for the ages. Chains like Wendy's, Burger King, KFC, and McDonald's are fighting to best one another in value menus to convince consumers to spend their hard-earned cash. Wendy's has a $5 menu and occasionally offers breakfast deals for just $3. Burger King is following suit with the return of its $5 Your Way meal, though it's not available just yet. Chicken chain KFC is touting its Taste of KFC deals as a, quote, value menu with real value, starting at $4.99. Meanwhile, the Golden Arches CEO wrote in a spring quarterly report, as consumers are more discriminating with every dollar that they spend, we will continue to earn their visits by delivering leading, reliable, everyday value. But why the sudden push? And can it work to inspire consumers to drive through?
Value is much more top of mind for that American consumer today than it has been in previous years. The American restaurant community has obviously stepped up those value offerings to meet the consumers that are tighter with their purse strings now.
The pressure for affordability comes as consumers balk at higher menu prices while pulling back spending after several years of high inflation.
Both labor costs and food costs for the industry have exponentiated over the past 4 years. So as a result of that, the baseline menu price for a lot of food and beverage items is higher.
That's it for your morning consumer news. The time now is 6:16. Let's check in with News 8 meteorologist Bill Grahl for a look at our forecast.
We'll start with that allergy report first of all, and we are looking at medium symptoms today and tomorrow for pine and tree pollen in general. High symptoms for grass pollen, and you can expect those levels to remain high during the month of June. It's grass pollen season. All right, rainfall totals from yesterday, just under 0.4 of an inch of rain out at the La Crosse Airport, but that little stripe of darker green, 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches just in southern parts of the city and just east of La Crosse, town of Burns up towards Bangor and West Salem. Also some very heavy rain in parts of Allamakee and Crawford counties. And look at the very intense rainfall that they saw in and around Madison and southeastern parts of the state. So some locally heavy rainers yesterday. We could see the same scenario later today and into part of tonight. Now we're starting with some patchy fog, some low clouds in spots, otherwise partly cloudy, 67 degrees out at the airport and downtown. Winds out of the east-southeast at 6, and the Mississippi is rising 8.62 feet. 68 for you folks in Eau Claire. The Chippewa River rising a bit as well. By the way, that Mississippi could rise above 10 feet here in the Cross, which is the action stage. No wake rules go into effect sometime Saturday evening, so we'll keep an eye on that for you. All right, some thicker fog over towards Sparta and Black River Falls. Again, some of those river valleys and coulees this morning filling up with some low clouds and fog for a time. Otherwise, temperatures other than Sparta and Black River Falls in the upper 50s. Most of us are between about 64 and 68 degrees, and dew points aren't far behind. So a pretty sticky morning out there, and dew points will remain high. So another humid day today with dew points between about 65 and 70 degrees, and that moisture will help feed those thunderstorm chances later today. Winds Winds fairly light from the south, 3 to 7 miles per hour if they are blowing. They're calm in many spots. Unlike yesterday morning, the radar is currently quiet, but we've got a cold front off to the west, warm front just to our south and west. Both will activate with some scattered showers and thunderstorms as the heating of the day gets underway. And Sky Tracker will show that dry conditions this morning, but this afternoon, especially mid to late afternoon, chance of scattered showers and storms along that warm front kind of activating in this area. And then that cold front causing this line of showers and thunderstorms along Interstate 35. Those will race east across the area this evening and into part of tonight. Now, tomorrow, dry in the morning, slight chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, especially about the northern half of the viewing area, and then clearing skies tomorrow night and into the day on Thursday. Outside chance for a few strong to isolated severe storms, level 1 risk for our area. Better chance of stronger storms off to the west here. Local timing 3 to 10 p.m. Gusty winds and hail. The primary threats, again, like yesterday, some locally heavy downpours possible as well. In fact, a half an inch plus of rainfall in a short amount of time possible in many spots. High temperatures today, pretty warm, 83 degrees in La Crosse. Most spots will see highs between about 78 and 85 degrees, so near or a little bit above average for many spots. 83, warm and humid, that chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Tonight, showers and storms likely. 58. Tomorrow, slight chance of thunder showers in the afternoon, 81. Breezy tomorrow and Thursday. Cooler Thursday, 72. Mainly dry Friday through Sunday with highs in the 70s, and then just some low-end rain chances next Monday and Wednesday, which, Alexandra, is not all bad news. It's been so wet lately, we could use some dry time. So much of those 8 days are looking dry over the week ahead, so some good news there.
Yes, happy to see that for sure. Thank you, Bill. The time now is 6:20. Still ahead on your morning news. A new report finds members of the LGBTQ plus community may have a higher risk of cancer. Coming up in your morning medical news, we'll take a look at what's causing that increased risk.
Brewers back on the road last night, beginning a 3-game set against the best team in the National League. Milwaukee looking to make it 6 straight wins, plus the Vikings locking up one of their stars for the next 4 years. All that coming up in the Blitz.
Giving a woman heartbreaking news that her baby has no chance of survival and giving them the option of having an abortion is one of the hardest parts of my job. Politicians like Donald Trump shouldn't be getting in between me and my patients.
We terminated Roe v. Wade.
My patients are worried. They're asking me, what is he going to try to take away next? If Trump was reelected, it would be devastating for women's health care.
ABPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Get an 11% rebate at Menards. Check out our great selection of over 100 Magic Woods vanities. These high-quality vanities add a unique style and modern look. This Haber Hill vanity is $329.29 after rebate. Update the floors in your home with Great Lakes Heritage Vinyl Plank. It features an attached pad for comfort and is durable, waterproof, and easy to install. Just $329 per square foot after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
At Taco John's, we've got beef with other places that start with frozen beef. That's why we start with only 100% American never frozen beef, simmered in our signature spice blend. Say no to thaw and yes to 100% American beef at Taco John's.
At River Valley Remodelers, we know that the bathroom is the most personal space in your house. That's why we don't come in with preconceived ideas or cookie-cutter installs. We'll sit down and talk with you about your needs and dreams. Whether it's a tub or shower or an entire bathroom design, we'll take the time to talk with you and get things just the way you want it. For a limited time, get a free shower door or a color upgrade with your shower purchase. So let's talk about the most personal room in your house. River Valley Remodelers. Improve your home, build our community.
Celebrating 70 years, we're News 8 Now.
Welcome to the Blitz. After sweeping away the White Sox over the weekend, the Brewers find themselves 7 games ahead of the Cardinals for first place atop the NL Central. Milwaukee has the 3rd best record in the National League, but the Brewers back on the road last night taking on the best team in the NL. Let's go to Philly. First of 3 between the Brewers and Phillies. The former Philly, Rhys Hoskins, getting a nice warm welcome in the city he called home for the first 6 years of his big league career. Picked this one up in the second. Hoskins looking to turn those cheers to boos. Not this time. He pops one to short. Edmundo Sosa's there for the grab. And then it's Sosa putting the home team in front in the bottom of the inning. He finds a hole on the left side. Nick Castellanos is going to score to make it 1-0 Phillies, and the Phillies adding to it. Still in the second, Johan Rojas smacks one up the middle for a base hit. David Dahl dashes home from second. It's 2-0 Philadelphia. Top 3 now, bases full of Brewers, but Bryce Terang hits it back to the pitcher. Zach Wheeler turns the 1-2-3 double play. Phillies get out of a jam in the 3rd, and Dahl making the crew pay for it in the 4th. He gets all of this one to right field, and that finds the seats for a solo shot. It's 3-0 Phillies. Let's go to the 7th now. Hoskins at the plate again. This time, the former Philly doesn't miss. Hoskins gives this one a ride to left, his 10th of the year. Gets a standing ovation from the Philly crowd. But that was the highlight of the night for the crew. Jose Alvarado shuts the door in the 9th. Brewers' 5-game win streak is snapped as Milwaukee drops the series opener 3-1. Loggers were looking to make it 5 straight wins last night, but that streak also snapped in Waterloo. Bucks getting the win 7-6. Lacrosse has an off day today. The Loggers are back at the Lumberyard tomorrow to take on Green Bay. Big day on the diamond for a few of our high school squads as sectionals get underway today. Just 2 wins separating these teams from the state tournament in Division II. Logan will be looking to get there as the Rangers take on Altoona in Baldwin-Woodville in D3. This one should be good. Viroqua and Aquinas clashing at Prairie du Chien High. And in Division 4, 3 of our teams still remain. Oliva Strum will look to keep its season alive against Pittsville. And then following that one, DeSoto and Royal will square off for a chance at playing in the sectional final. Well, the NFL season is still a few months away. The Vikings are going to look a little different when they take the field for Week 1. All signs are pointing on rookie QB J.J. McCarthy leading this squad in 2024. But one of the team's cornerstones isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson is getting paid. Minnesota and Jefferson agreeing on a 4-year extension worth $140 million. 110 of that is guaranteed. Jefferson becomes the highest paid non-QB in NFL history. 3-time Pro Bowler was offered $28 million a year back in 2023. Jefferson turned it down, and it paid off for the 24-year-old wideout. Jefferson missed 7 games this past season due to a hamstring injury, but despite playing just 10 games for the Vikings in 2023, still found a way to eclipse that 1,000-yard mark for the 4th straight season. That's going to do it for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
Here at the Y, we offer more than just a job. We offer the chance to make a difference in a fun, flexible environment where our mission and core values drive every decision we make. Join us in this amazing work. For specific positions and details, visit our website.
Senator Baldwin says I'm not from Wisconsin. But this was my childhood home. Graduated East High. Became a Badger in '86, where I've had my company for over 20 years.
And this is where we live. It's our family home.
I'm a 4th-generation Wisconsinite. It made me who I am. If Senator Baldwin's not going to be honest with you about where I'm from, what makes you think she'll be honest with you about anything? I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
A storm damage message from Knutson Roofing. If the roof on your home, business, church, or school was damaged by recent storms, call your local roof repair expert, Knutson Roofing at 715-ROOFING. Trust a local company with thousands of references to fix your roof, not the drive-through town companies that show up after a storm. Knutson Roofing. Local, dependable. Did we say local? Call 715-ROOFING today.
Maury's VW has all the latest Volkswagens with new product arriving daily, including the new 2024 Volkswagen SUV lineup, the large and very spacious Atlas and Atlas Crossport, the perfect size family-friendly Volkswagen Tiguan, and the practical, economical Volkswagen Taos. As always, you don't need to travel far to have your Volkswagen serviced. Come in for your test drive today at Maury's Volkswagen.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy in the La Crosse area.
When you're talking to someone and you call someone at Olson Solar, it's not someone in Utah, it's not someone in California, it is someone local right here. By doing that, we control the entire process. So we control the project management, we control the design, we control the installation, the electric, the hookup, permitting, and that really sets us apart.
Stop into our location near you. Learn more at olsonsolarenergy.com or give us a call.
At Sealands Carpetland, your family comes first. We're more than just a flooring store. We're your partners in creating a home that lasts a lifetime. Discover a world of comfort and durability with our huge selection. Whether it's cozy carpeting for your living room, timeless hardwood for a classic touch, or versatile tiles that stand up to the hustle and bustle of family life. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
Here at The Y, we offer more than just a job. Experience the personal satisfaction that comes from nurturing the potential of youth and teens, improving our community's health and well-being, and providing support to our neighbors. Join us in this amazing work.
Celebrating 70 years, we're News 8 Now. You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Welcome back. In your morning medical news, cucumbers in 14 states are being recalled this morning over possibly being contaminated with salmonella. They weren't sold in Wisconsin or Minnesota. The recall was initiated after the Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture informed the company a product sample tested positive for salmonella. New research by the American Heart Association is warning that about 61% of American adults will have cardiovascular disease in the next 2 decades. Researchers say a big driver for that trend is the growing number of people likely to develop high blood pressure and a more aging population. Heart disease is responsible for more than 800,000 deaths every year, making it the leading killer of Americans. A new report is shining a light on the challenges those who identify as LGBTQ+ face when it comes to cancer prevention and treatment. Mandy Gaither has more on the research and why the American Cancer Society says this population is likely at a higher risk of getting cancer.
In what it calls a first-of-its-kind study, the American Cancer Society compiled cancer statistics specifically for those who identify as LGBTQ+.
We don't really have information about morbidity and mortality for the LGBTQ positive population because it's not captured that way. We don't have sexual preferences or sexual identity, captured in any cancer mortality data.
But researchers were able to ascertain cancer risk for this community and found LGBTQ+ individuals are likely at higher risk for cancer due to their fear of being turned away from care and discrimination within the healthcare community. The researchers say 30% of medical students surveyed say they are not comfortable treating transgender patients.
In some states that healthcare providers, based on what's broadly described as religious or personal preferences, can actually refuse to see certain populations, which for us is really a horrifying thought.
Researchers say LGBTQ+ individuals in the U.S. are also more likely to smoke, have excess body weight, and use alcohol heavily, which also adds to their cancer risk.
Our hope is this will really, increase a greater understanding and a real greater ability to, target areas of prevention and screening.
The American Cancer Society says this study is just a first step. The organization hopes to continue its research, hoping to further understand the cancer risk in this population. A new book has some parents rethinking their approach to raising kids in this digital age. It's called The Anxious Generation: How the Great Rewiring of Childhood is Causing an Epidemic of Mental Illness. Author Jonathan Haidt argues we are overprotecting children in the real world while underprotecting them online, and that's leading to mental health challenges. He points to a dramatic difference in the upgrade from flip phones to smartphones.
In 2015, everyone's got a smartphone, front-facing camera, Instagram. Lots of companies are competing for their attention. What happens? Time with friends plummets. Kids don't go over to each other's homes anymore. In between classes, it's quiet because everyone's on their phone. And this is exactly when mental health levels of depression, anxiety double. Suicide is up by 50%. Loneliness. The kids are so lonely because they're doing this all the time. They're not connecting with people.
He says solutions work best when parents act together and suggests no smartphones before high school, no social media until age 16, phone-free schools, and more free play and independence in the real world. Many lawmakers and schools also considering limiting the use of phones. The next time you go to the DMV, you might be asked to add an emergency contact to your driver's license or ID record. The Wisconsin Department of Motor Vehicles now offering this voluntary option after Governor Tony Evers signed the To Inform Families First law last year. The law intended to help law enforcement contact family members as quickly as possible in the event of an emergency. You can also add your emergency contact online at wisconsindmv.gov/emergency contact. This week marks the 80th anniversary of D-Day, the invasion that helped turn the tide in World War II and set the stage for an Allied victory. Veterans and families of the fallen will gather in Normandy, where thousands of servicemen are buried. Bradley Blackburn shows us how preserving that sacred space is a tribute and message for future generations.
Just above the sandy shores in Normandy, France, where tens of thousands of Allied troops stormed the beach on June 6, 1944, the American cemetery is a monument to their sacrifice and, for many, their final resting place. The rows of gleaming white tombstones set with military precision on a pristine green lawn. And keeping it that way is a full-time mission.
We keep it standard across, make sure that everything is uniform, just like the military.
Captain Florent Groberg is a warrior himself and a Medal of Honor recipient who now helps lead the American Battle Monuments Commission. The organization maintains more than 24 military cemeteries around the globe, but Normandy is the largest.
Those numbers were incredibly high in those battles out there during World War II. That it was impossible for the armed forces to be able to recover all the bodies and bring back.
The staff and grounds crews now keeping watch are largely French locals. Some have worked on site for decades, and all know they are preserving history.
You have heroes underneath you every single day. Every time you mow that grass, you clean tombs, everything that you do represents them, and it's a big thank you.
And this work will go on forever.
It will go on forever. It is a commitment that we have made and we will continue to make forever.
Groberg has traveled to France with some of the 200 World War II veterans expected at the cemetery for this anniversary.
What you did, the sacrifice you made, and the folks who didn't come home who are buried in this cemetery, the sacrifice that they all made is worth it.
A message set in stone where history was made on D-Day.
President Biden and the First Lady will be in Normandy this week, along with other dignitaries, to mark the 80th anniversary. Time now is 6:36. Here's News 8 meteorologist Bill Grall to tell us what to expect on our morning commute.
Well, dry roads across the area, but watch out for some patchy fog in some of those river valleys and coulees. A live look through CityCam will show all is fine here in downtown La Crosse, just some scattered clouds. But again, fog reducing visibility around Black River Falls, Sparta, Volkfield, down in the Boscobel area as well. Traffic moving along just fine along Interstate 90 with dry roads, and that's going to be the trend for much of the day. Chance of showers and thunderstorms, but not till mid to late this afternoon and into tonight. Otherwise, pretty warm and humid today with highs around 83 degrees. So unlike yesterday morning, the radar is quiet locally to start, but some showers across the Dakotas and the northern plains. That's heading our way. In addition, some moisture moving up from the south. 59 in Sparta, but everyone else between about 60 and 68 degrees. And we will see highs today in the upper 70s to low to mid 80s, right around 83 in La Crosse. I will discuss those storm chances in more detail with my 8-day forecast right after the break. Alexandra?
Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8. Chandra is turning 18 years old today. She loves being with her family and friends and will be pursuing a career in the medical fields. Happy birthday to you. If you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88 years old soon, we'd love to feature them. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button underneath the Home tab. Coming up, we're taking a deep dive into an event that's making a big splash in our community. Join us as we explore a day dedicated to giving children with special needs an educational and exhilarating fishing experience.
Don't believe Tammy Baldwin's TV ads. Believe her record. Baldwin voted against $800 million for narcotic detection at our border. She voted against more Border Patrol agents, against tougher sentences for drug traffickers here illegally. No wonder overdose deaths have skyrocketed on Baldwin's watch, with cartel activity right here in Wisconsin. Two-faced Tammy, a hypocrite we can't trust. Fix Washington PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Here's to the farm and fleet dads, the ones who work hard and get the job done right, the ones who take pride in what they do and take the time to pass it on. This Father's Day, get your dad a gift he'll love. Like all new Vibe drinkware and accessories, 30% off. 25% off men's Carhartt Force Gear. This power tool storage rack is just $22.99. And get a free qualifying attachment when you buy this Milwaukee trimmer and blower kit.
Find value at Burns Farm and Fleet.
Hey, bowling fans, ground-pounding horsepower returns to Recreation Park June 20th, 21st, and 22nd for the 49th Annual Budweiser Dairyland Super Nationals. Toma welcomes the National Tractor Pullers Association for 3 days of action-packed pulling on 2 tracks for 5 sessions of high-horsepower Grand National truck and tractor pulling. Tickets and more information available at tomatractorpull.com. Again, go to tomatractorpull.com for all the information you need. June 20th through 22nd, it's the Budweiser Dairyland Super Nationals, Recreation Park, Toma, Wisconsin. Be there.
Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative knows safety is the backbone of reliability. To deliver the power you need means doing things right, so we can continue to provide reliable energy and peace of mind, because safety runs through everything we do. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey
to oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes
Today, a little bit more special. That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Dental implants are often the best solution to severe dental issues. If you have infection in your mouth, it does cause trouble other places. A lot of people ignore infection for way too long. And when they finally do something about it, they say not only do they like what they did here, but they feel better overall. In the end, you can have a smile you're proud of and a very healthy mouth.
We're an implant-focused practice. If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
Welcome back, everyone. A good Tuesday morning to you at 6:41. Again, we just wrapped up the month of May. The data is in, and it was warmer and much wetter than average. Average temperature 62.5 degrees. That is a degree and a half above average. And look at that, 6.71 inches of rainfall. That is 2.38 inches above average, making it the 12th wettest May on record, and that's one reason the drought conditions have been alleviated for the most part across the region. What to expect during the month of June? Average temperatures rise from a high of 78 to 85 through the month. Lows rise from 56 to 64. Average rainfall just over 5 inches, making it the wettest month on average for La Crosse, and long amounts of daylight during the month, over 15 hours through the month, although by the end of the month we do start to lose a few minutes of daylight per day after that summer solstice that occurs about 3 weeks into the month. All right, this morning we've got some patchy fog, some clouds scattered about as well. 67 degrees at the airport and downtown. Kind of muggy, 64 for that dew point, and the Mississippi rising 8.62 feet. By the way, it could rise above 10 feet by Saturday evening, so just keep that in mind. That action stage is 10 feet with no wake rules going into effect. 68 degrees in Eau Claire with a cloudy sky, and visibility being reduced, especially to the north and east. Some of the river valleys and coulees seeing some patchy fog this morning, so just keep that in mind. Otherwise, temperatures pretty mild to start. 60s for most, including 68 in Winona, 65 in Bosque Esquivel 68 in Decorah, and dew points not far behind. So a little sticky this morning, and those dew points will remain in the muggy stage through the day, mid-60s to around 70 degrees, and that's going to help feed some thunderstorms later this afternoon. Winds are light or calm if they are blowing from the south at around 5 to 8 miles per hour. So the radar currently quiet this morning, but we've got some showers and isolated thunder across the northern plains, also over northern Missouri. Those two areas are going to combine over the region along those frontal boundaries to bring some storm chances later this afternoon. Dry this morning, but mid to late afternoon, some scattered showers and thunderstorms activate along that warm front through the region. And then that cold front approaches from the west and brings a line of showers and thunderstorms later this evening and into part of tonight. Tomorrow, dry in the morning, slight chance of a thundershower in the afternoon, especially across the northern half of the Boone area, and then clearing skies tomorrow night and into early Thursday. Outside chance for a strong to isolated severe storm, level 1 risk for all areas. From 3 to 10 p.m. Gusty winds and hail the primary threats. Like yesterday, some locally heavy downpours as well. That severe threat higher to the west where you see that level 2 risk. And again, some locally heavy downpours could cause half an inch to an inch plus of rainfall in some spots. So just something to keep in mind. 83 today, warm and humid. Chance of scattered showers and storms mid to late afternoon. Showers and storms likely this evening and part of tonight, 58 for the low. Slight chance of thunder showers tomorrow afternoon, breezy 81. Breezy and cooler Thursday, 72, and then mainly dry. Some needed dry time Friday through the weekend with highs in the 70s, and even next week, just some low-end rain chances on Monday and Wednesday. So some much needed dry time ahead. That's the latest check of my 8-day forecast. Now back to Alexandra with a special guest this morning.
Thank you, Bill. Yeah, this morning we have the pleasure of speaking with Gwen Nelson, a dedicated member of the local Lions Club, to discuss an upcoming event that promises to be an unforgettable experience for special needs children in our community. Good morning, Gwen.
Good morning, and thank you for having me this morning.
Yeah, we're happy to have you. What can you tell us about this upcoming event?
It's for special needs kids of any disability. We have sight, hearing, cognitive, autistic, whatever the disability, they're welcome to come and fish down at the Genoa Fish Hatchery.
All right, great. And that's happening this Saturday, right?
That's correct. At 9 o'clock, we'll start with an adventure over to the Great River Road Interpretation Center, which is an educational feature where they can actually hold a sturgeon in their hands and develop some other educational opportunities.
All right, I bet they love that. Do they need to sign up beforehand, or is it encouraged?
It's encouraged that they do sign up. They can call Pat at 608-279-2417.
Okay.
And she will get them registered, and we encourage any kids of disability to come and join us.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit more about the Lions Club and its mission, particularly when it comes to, supporting these children with special needs and their families.
We have special events going on all year. The summertime, we have a special camp for special needs kids. It's up at Rochhold, and there again, it's for kids of any special needs, whether it be diabetes, hearing impaired, sight impaired, autistic, cognitive. We actually also have adults weeks up there that they can come and attend, and it's never at a cost to the child. The kids come and they can do all kinds of exciting things, from the mud pit to being on the lake to doing some fishing up there also, but it's not a cost to them at all.
Okay, and can people still sign up for those camps as well?
They would have to check that online. There may be some openings. I'm not sure. A couple of them fill up really fast because the kids love coming up to the camp.
I bet they do, yeah. So there are prizes, and then kids get to take home fish too. Tell us about that.
Yes, actually each kid gets a souvenir medal like this, and this year we've switched to the bags, which is a Lions Fishability bag. In the past we've done the fishing tackle boxes.
Okay.
But some kids have been coming 2, 3, 4 years, and so they've become a collection. So we decided to change things up a little bit and fill this with some goodies for the kids, and it'll all be fun.
Okay, so fun. I know they'll love those medals. And so what about community members, if they want to get involved, whether it's with this event or with the Lions Club in general, where can they go to do that?
They can go online. If they want to come down, we're also looking for fish cleaners down there. That would not be my forte, but we're looking for people to help clean fish and just come down and enjoy the day with the kids. They can help instruct catching them or whatever it might be. And they can also go online and check out the local Lions clubs. We have 47 clubs in our district, from La Crosse down to Lake Delton, over to Tomah, and over to the river. There's 47 clubs that they can check out and become part of a great service organization.
Yeah, and this is the 10th year for the Special Needs Fishing event, right?
Yes, it is.
So it's been growing, obviously a great event for the community. What inspired you guys to create this event?
A couple of gentlemen brought it back from North Carolina, and they approached the fish hatchery, and the fish hatchery said, oh, that's a great idea, so let's do it. Dairyland Power provided a dock that's handicap accessible. NASA provides the tracker chair, and so we have other people and groups involved in this.
All right, Gwen, well, thank you so much for being here this morning to share this event with us.
Thank you, and hope we'll get our quota filled.
Yes, we hope so too. Thank you so much. Stay with us. We're back right after this.
Ashley Stars and Stripes sale is going on now. Don't miss these furniture hot buys, now only $7.99. Plus pay 0% interest for 5 years with no minimum purchase in-store only. Only at Ashley. Shop more deals in-store and online.
The camper. It has been a reliable companion for your family's good times. But after years of use, it is showing some wear and tear. A broken window from an errant baseball, a couch that your dog allegedly chewed on, and an AC unit that doesn't work like it should. It's time to call Jim's Truck and Trailer Coachworks. We have been improving your family's camper since 1970. Call us today and we will make your camper feel brand new. Jim's Truck and Trailer Coachworks. Repair, refinish, remarkable.
At Taco John's, we believe a better Taco Tuesday starts with better tacos. That means using 100% North American beef, cooking shells in-house daily, and a deal that makes you say, how are these only $1.29? Taco Tuesday is every Tuesday at Taco John's.
At River Valley Remodelers, we know that the bathroom is the most personal space in your house. That's why we don't come in with preconceived ideas or cookie cutter installs. We'll sit down and talk with you about your needs and dreams. Whether it's a tub or shower or an entire bathroom design, we'll take the time to talk with you and get things just the way you want it. For a limited time, get a free shower door or a color upgrade with your shower purchase. So let's talk about the most personal room in your house. River Valley Remodelers. Improve your home, build our community.
How will you reward yourself with the benefits you'll get from Riverbank's Rewards Checking? A morning pick-me-up, a leisurely round, a special dinner, or an evening pause. This checking account comes with 3.04 annual percentage yield. There's also a refund for foreign ATM transaction fees. Stop in to one of the convenient locations or visit online to learn more about Riverbank's Rewards Checking. Riverbank, local banking made simple. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Really painful feet. I had no idea what was going on. It's hard to put in words how gratifying it is to have that kind of pain gone.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Ashley Stars and Stripes mattress sale is going on now. Don't miss these mattress hot buys, now only $7.99. And get a free adjustable base upgrade with an Align by Ashley Sleep mattress purchase. Only at Ashley. Shop more deals in-store and online.
When the threat is real.
All right, we still have another tornado warning now.
First Warn Weather is here for you.
So we're going to continue to monitor this once again.
It's in the name, keeping you safe before and as it happens.
And then for the morning commute, we're looking at heavy rain potential.
First Warn Weather on News 8 Now. On air, in your hand, and online. When you need us.
We'll continue to update you throughout the night with a severe weather outbreak.
Celebrate National Fudge Day with us, Saturday, June 16th.
The 8000 Plus app. Stream on your time.
Welcome back at 6:52. Time for your morning news now. A La Crosse woman is in custody after a warrant was issued for her arrest in February. 30-year-old Ashley Russell is charged with multiple criminal counts, including possession with intent to deliver more than 50 grams of both fentanyl and meth. These charges originate from a February drug bust at the home she lived in with Stephon Johnston, where police found over 3 pounds of meth, 136 grams of fentanyl, and $7 grand in cash. Russell is being held on a $5,000 cash bond. She's scheduled to appear in La Crosse County Court Friday. Johnston is facing the same charges and being held on a $50,000 cash bond. The Israeli military is confirming the deaths of 4 more hostages held by Hamas. The hostages were abducted in the October 7th attack, and their bodies are still being held by Hamas. The cause of their deaths not immediately known. About 120 hostages are still being held by Hamas. President Biden is expected to issue an executive order today to curb illegal immigration. The president's new sweeping order would effectively shut down the U.S.-Mexico border to asylum seekers crossing illegally when a daily threshold of 2,500 crossings is exceeded. Unaccompanied children will be exempt from that number. The new executive action would also allow authorities to turn away migrants either to Mexico or their origin country. Opening statements are set to begin today in the federal firearms trial of Hunter Biden. President Biden's son is accused of lying on federal gun purchase forms when he said he wasn't a drug addict. Hunter has pleaded not guilty to 3 felony charges and says he's being unfairly targeted by the Justice Department. The case now going to trial after a plea deal fell apart last year. If convicted, he could face up to 25 years in prison. The City of La Crosse Board of Public Works voted to not ban camping near the city's marshlands. The marsh is one of the few areas within city limits where camping is still allowed, but its location and terrain make it difficult for first responders to access people living there. Council members who oppose the move say allowing La Crosse's unsheltered to remain in the marsh is inhumane and is also creating health problems.
In La Crosse, we have a terrible mosquito problem, ticks, bloodborne illnesses. People just living unsheltered outside without, without access to clean water, and being able to clean themselves, in all the excrement and the waste that they're living amongst.
The Board of Public Works voted 3-2 to deny the ban. But even if the city did ban camping, the ban would only apply to the portion of land owned by the city. There's still plenty of other marshland owned by the state and the DNR. The HSHS Purveyor Recovery Task Force will pause its efforts since the closures of the hospitals in Chippewa Valley back in April. The task force helped residents and businesses transition into a new healthcare landscape. 14 new providers were also connected with business leaders and elected officials to help them establish roots in the Chippewa Valley.
It's best for the next probably 3-4 months. We don't have an exact timeline, but to let them settle, let them identify exactly what can they do, then what is left for the task force to take on.
The Eau Claire Chamber of Commerce will host a healthcare roundtable in the fall to address future needs. Next time you go to the DMV, you might be asked to add an emergency contact to your driver's license or ID record. The Wisconsin Department of Motor Vehicles now offering this voluntary option after the governor signed the To Inform Families First law last year. That law intended to help law enforcement contact family members as quickly as possible in the event of an emergency. You can also add your emergency contact online at wisconsindmv.gov/emergency contact.
Well, we're starting this Tuesday morning with some low clouds and patchy fog, especially in some of the river valleys and coulees. Current temperatures in the 60s for most, in fact, mid to upper 60s. Pretty warm and humid today with a high of 83. Chance for some scattered storms mid to late afternoon. Showers and storms likely this evening and part of tonight. 81 tomorrow, slight chance of afternoon thunder showers. Breezy and cooler Thursday, 72, and mainly dry Friday through the weekend.
Thank you for starting your morning with us on News 8 Now this morning. We will see you back here at noon. Until then, enjoy your Tuesday.